you're growing up?
Well,
To be in the media?
thank you very much, Musa. I think that yes, it's been a lifelong dream. And I should also say that desire, you know, fueled by passion. It started off when I was an entertainment prefect at Accra Academy. So I always knew that one way or the other, I would love to be behind the microphone and deliver the whole idea. Also let people be happy, let people be entertained, let people be informed. And I think that yes, over the past 25 years, we've been able to carry ourselves well. At the point, yes, I wanted to be a lawyer, sit form, then to the university when radio came along. I actually changed path. And although I studied business administration in school and, you know, public administration, I thought that being in the media and entertainment is a path that I so desire and will feel fulfilled. And here we are today, 25 years on. Well, that wasn't, mom was indifferent of a sort. I mean, I would say that I'm a mommy's boy. I'm the first born of, you know, 4 boys. So mom would always go with what I also, you know, will be comfortable and pleased with. So I believe that for her, it was like, okay, if I feel that that's what I want to do, so far as it's legal and, you know, will get me to stay on the right path. And I should emphasize that it wasn't more of the money. I've always believed in one thing, that put your passion forth, put in your best, and then money will follow. I've seen people turn their passion, their dreams, their hobbies into professions, and they're making money. We can talk about people who love to play football, and today they are earning. Some will just, you know, do it for the love of it. But in doing it for the love, clearly, yes, you get paid. And many have developed that love and passion into a great profession that they are earning from. And that is where I find myself. Yes, I knew that I had to pay the bills, I had to put food on the table. But beyond everything and above all else, it was to, like I said initially, entertain, inform, and educate people. So yes, once you educate people, once you inform, once you entertain, and you do it to the best of your ability, you get paid. So that is the path I set on to do that. Let me just go in there, not for the money, but to feel fulfilled. In finding fulfillment, you find, you know, payments, and that's what happened. Clearly not. I believe that in everything that you do it and do it well. There are people who work in the banks and they feel that they are underpaid. There are people who are pursuing law and they feel that, well, I'm not earning enough. And at the point, you know, there are challenges. Yes, there will be challenges, and I should state that, just like in every profession, there are politicians that I've seen that are mere paupers, living from hand to mouth if you want. But I've seen some politicians, of course, not corrupt, but worked hard. They've gone the extra mile, and they're happy because they follow their passion and they're putting in their best and they are earning. So it's everywhere, I should say. Yes, it can be better in the media, just like in any other profession, whether teaching, practice, the law, whether in medicine, in the medical field. We've heard recently doctors complaining about their plight, nurses going on, you know, strike and all of that. So in every profession. But I believe that, you know, and I also think that let's look at multiple streams of income. I've actually pushed for that. Not maybe necessarily outside our field of work, but if you're a journalist and you can be a voiceover artist, you can be a script writer for a company or a business, you can be a PR consultant. Why not pick that up? If it is to supplement what you do, it helps. And I encourage a lot of young ones to do that, that if you are in the media space, what else can you do? Yes, apart from news reading, apart from production, apart from presenting, what can you do? Can you be an artist manager, a brand manager for somebody else? Because in the world that we live in now, people And a lot of rich people are doing multiple things, variety, because they also want to open up the income stream. So why not? I am a strong advocate for that. And for me, I find myself in that space as well. When I was at Top Radio, I was managing artists. My salary was good enough, but I thought that, okay, with a certain lifestyle that I wanted to find myself in or live, what can I do? So I shared the idea with some artists who came to me, and I said, look, beyond me being on radio doing Top City Jam, what can I do? Manage you, get you shows, go look for that, event for you, and also get my commission or percentage. And it worked out. So I was getting something to supplement what I was earning. At a point in life, I got TV3 to come in for me to host music. I grabbed that opportunity because, as I said, Monday to Friday I was working on radio. My weekends were free. What can I do? I can do TV in the evening. So music came through, and I jumped at it. But there are some people in the media space, they are very comfortable with it, and I don't blame them. That is their path. So they feel that, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm in my zone, and that is okay for me. Being in the newsroom, being, a radio presenter from maybe 10 to 12, and then that is it. I don't want to do anything else. And they're comfortable. That should be it. So I think that it is each to their own.
Isn't the education, like media education?
As a journalist, as a producer, as a newscaster, as a presenter, as an on-air personality, what else can I add to what I'm doing? I've seen great journalists who are also PR managers or communication managers for, multinational companies, and also for great companies out there. I've seen journalists who go out there and they are copywriters. They come in there as strategists for big companies. So why not? I think that it doesn't. But I've seen journalists who go out there and they run, campaigns for politicians and events. All of that is something that in that space people can pick those, if you want, commitments and also duties, and expand their territories. And I think that is something that is welcoming.
For 25 years, you've sounded the same on radio and
right.
When people meet you. And this is forcing other young ones coming out wanting to sound like
right.
you. What's the secret? And what would you tell the younger ones who want to sound you like? That's your signature.
Right.
And some people, if you sound like Bolare, then you will be called Bolare.
Oh, really?
What would you tell young ones?
That's fascinating, but and also I take that as a compliment, and it means that we're doing something well. But the voice is unique, yes, we work at it by having a good sleep. I believe that enhances, the voice as well. So rest, have a great peace of mind. Challenges will come, but it's mind over matter. That's what I do. So if they are imitating me or trying to be like, I wish them well, but they should be better than me. I believe that they should also be themselves. There can only be one original. It's good to have people to look up to you, but in looking up to me, don't copy my style. Whatever it is, but be more than me. Have your own unique style. I looked up to people like Komla Dumont and all of that, Tommy and Force and Charlie Sam. But I also carved a niche for myself to be the Bolare. So I think that's great. Thank you for the compliment about my voice and all of that. Although about 2 years ago I nearly lost my voice. I couldn't speak for about 2 weeks. I had to do a surgery in Kuala Lumpur and also in France because I had some complications. So I couldn't talk, and I was saying to myself that, wow, something that people say to me that is unique about me, now I'm actually going to lose it and all of that. I remember the doctor in France telling me that it will be difficult maybe after 2-3 years before my voice will come back. Even going to the surgery, it was going to take, I was going to lose maybe 70% of it because they're going to get into my vocal cord. But God has been good, and we're here. So, hey, we thank God.
25 years, you've worked with so many people.
Correct.
You've helped a lot of people. Have you ever regretted helping people?
No, I think that kindness goes beyond. I mean, it's not deliberate. It should be innate. You don't fake it. So if you don't fake it, why regret it? It should come. Yes, you'll be hurt by people, but that's human life, and you move on. For me, I hold no grudges, and I always say, and that is the truth. You know, yes, I'll be hurt for some time. I'll be disappointed, but I don't hold any grudge. You know, people will hurt you, but that is why they are humans. There's like a tree. There are branches, there's the stem, there are roots. Some people will come into your life, and I was just watching, a video, I think 2 days ago, and then the speaker was saying that, in life, we are just like rockets. There are people who come and they're like boosters to help you lift off or take off. But after some time, the boosters, if you know how a rocket operates, after it lifts off, the boosters are to support that rocket, to just go up. But at the point, they fall off, and the rocket is seen alone. And so is life. Some people come into our lives, they're temporary. They come to help us shape the dream and take off. At a point, they have to come down. It doesn't mean that they are bad people. It's just that they are not supposed to go to that destination that you're going with you. But some people will also stay on and then go with you. That is life. So I think that, yes, like you said, not disappointed, or maybe I might be disappointed, but I don't hold any grudges, and I don't hold anything against them.
7 years you've been managing the EIB network.
Correct.
How's it been?
Built from scratch.
Yes.
It's been a roller coaster. But for me, we give glory to God that we conceived this from scratch. Got licenses, fresh licenses, and now we have 7 radio stations and 2 TV stations. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that's been part of the EIB dream. Immense thanks goes out to them, especially to, our shareholders, Dr. Kwabena Dufo, Senior, and Dr. Kwabena Dufo Junior. They've held on to this dream. They believed in this dream. When 2013, I went to Kwabena Dufo and said, "Look, friend, this is what we want to do," and all of that, and he embraced it. Senior came in, and today here we are, putting money behind it, believing in the dream, and saying that, look, this will go and shape the narrative of the media. And 8-9 years on, here we are. Yes, we've had some turbulence, but just like it is, when an airplane takes off, it taxis, it takes off. At the point you get some turbulence, pilot tells you to take it easy. You don't get out of the plane and say, well, because you never know where you're going to. So clearly, once you ride the storm, you just go to, a great destination. And then for me, I always say that it's been great because that's also what shaped the vision and shaped the thoughts to make sure that we play our role in national development. The media is the 4th estate of the realm. After, there's executive, there's parliament, there's the judiciary. Is the media that comes in 4th. And we believe that we have that responsibility, that task, to also reach out and sensitize people, walk them through what goes on, bring them the news from where it is. And it takes hard work, it takes service, it takes labor, and people have to do it. And that is why EIB is playing its role. And again, I would like to salute all my officers, all the staff. From day one till now, they've been through thick and thin with us, stood by us. We are encouraging generations. We are telling people that yes, it can be done. It is possible. You can realize that dream. When we started, we had about 735 workers. Amazing. Imagine all these people, hitherto, where were they going to go? What were they doing? Bringing them under the fold and helping shape the narrative. So for me, I look back with glee, with happiness, with fulfillment. And even the future is exciting because now we've gone through the storm, we've gone through the rough patches and shaped up so nicely that, we are building that great governance structure that helps us to get into the future and to become that model, of a media house to many, not just in Ghana or in Africa, but to the world. I just 2 days ago played host to, I had to play host to the director of African Studies at the Oxford University. And you should see what he was saying about the media in Ghana and about EIB Network and that partnership. So for me, it's heartwarming. We've now, through our great efforts as a team here at EIB, work with, the BBC, we're working with France 24. Growing up, all of this, I was like, wow, that is the dream. Now we are living it. You walk into, RFI in France or to France 24, and you are being taken through what you used to see as studios back then, maybe in newspapers or on TV. Now you're there experiencing it. You go out there, you're signing contract for Focus on Africa to be on GHOne TV, and you're dealing with great minds that you've watched from afar, like Steve Martins, and you're like, this is how it's supposed to be. So we're also looking at best practices, professionalism. In 2016, we covered it. 2016 elections, and EIB was adjudged as one of the best media houses in terms of the coverage. We repeated it in 2020, going out there with augmented reality and showcasing the best. So I believe that we can only get better, and we can only bring in great minds to help shape the vision. Look at the kind of journalists that we have, presenters that we have, producers, anchors. So it tells you that we are not relenting on our oars at all, and then we are destined for greatness, and that's the path that we are on.
25 years, exciting journey. What's the future for you? You're going to stay in the media for?
I think that yes, there are a lot of exciting opportunities out there. For me, I love to mentor people. I love to take people along. I always tell my wife that I don't want to get to the finish line alone. I want to always hold hands. So if you've seen the Borla stories about impact, what have you done? I've under my tutelage, I've helped people bring out music, people go on the radio, people do other stuff, event hosting, or even setting up their own event companies and all of that. So it's the same for me. I want to sit together with people. Let's raise the standard of the media. Yes, there are other things that I do. Many people don't know that I also do commodities and all of that, in cashew, rice, supply and all of that. Some people are saying go into politics. We're not really giving it a thought. But we leave the rest to Jehovah God. It's in his hands. But we love the media. We want to see it grow. Someday, sometime, even if I'm not here, I want to see it, lift off, and you look from afar and you're like, wow, this is what, we help together with the team to build. And that's what it is. You look at great people like Rupert Murdoch, and you look at the owner of CNN as well, and you look at what they built and how far they've come in shaping the media. It's just refreshing. I look up to people like Kwesi Chum of multimedia, and you see what he's done in shaping the narrative and reporting the stories. You look at Samens at City, FM and City TV. You look at the Osei Kwame Despite. They are an inspiration, and people like that, they urge us on. They ask us to go the extra mile, and for me, that is it. That is the fulfillment.
What do you hope to see change in the next 10 years, especially in the media landscape?
Well, I think that it's changing already, and the world is going digital. I've always maintained that people are going out there. The news is breaking first, online, on social media. We need to catch up. Thankfully, here at EIB Network, we are also, just like others, being ahead of, the news or breaking the news, and that's what it should be. Because now people, because of smartphones and smart, equipment, they're able to just tell it as it is or break it as it happens. That is a challenge. There's no more wait for you to go and buy Daily Graphic the next day to see what the news is. I was just 2 hours ago saw a story, and they said Bank of Ghana was on fire, and I was like, wow. But I just checked, just the press of a button, you go out there whether it's fake or not, and you get to know. You share information, you get to know, oh, it's a hoax. They're actually doing their routine drill and all of that. Maybe hitherto you'd have waited till the next day, or maybe wait till 7 p.m. news on GBC TV, and then you get to know that that story is fake. But now, click of a button, just going out there to search for the news, you get the news right on time. And there's a press release that has been. So social media is the next big thing. It is the in thing now. Digital media, people are consuming. So now if you're on radio and you're sitting in Borla or in Kumasi and you feel that, well, it's just within your catchment area. No, we're telling you, go on Facebook. How can your program be live on Facebook? How can it be live on Instagram? So that people can say, oh, wow, this is the presenter that I went to Borla and I listened to, Musa Lansa. I'm here in Accra. I can watch him live on Facebook doing the show. It gives you that leverage. It gives you that territory, that network. So that now, even for media owners and media shapers, and also for client service, when you are managing inventory, you go out there to a client and you are telling the client that, look, we're actually going to broadcast this World Cup. But in doing that, we're also streaming live and giving updates on our social media platforms. So you are getting a brand extension. It's not just advertising on GHOne or Star FM, but you're also going to get online, EIB Digital, and that is giving you up-to-date information to people, and also your brand is going to be positioned there with your logo. So it means you have to pay more. That is the future. It is digital. When news breaks, we are in there. We have our logos on there. People then can trust and say, look, EIB is the source to go for breaking news. And that is where we want to go, and that is the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Musa. Enjoy your day. Cheers.